installed, we're figuring out where the bed rails need to be, where the bed frame needs to be, so we can mount the bed, build the bed here in the back of the van. We watched a video, Humble Road, I think, showed a trick, because you can't use a level. You know, you can't just measure down and use a level and go, nothing is level, nothing is square, nothing. So, in order to know that we're going to go from this side of the van to that side of the van and have our bed be level.
Or the same distance from the floor, yeah.
Oh yeah, yes, the same distance from the floor, yeah. I shouldn't say level, but we need to make sure we're the same distance off the floor for both sides. Yeah. Nothing is level. No. So hold on, we'll show you how we do that. The way we figure out an even level point, an even height point on both sides of the van is with a contraption like this. So I have a T-square and a framing square. The T-square on the floor gives me a level or even starting point on the floor. This point here gives me the even point for my height off the floor. So I can put it on this side of the van and then go to that side of the van with it. So this level right here is going to represent the top of our rail that mounts to the side of the van. This needs to be, what did I just say, 43.5? This needs to be 43.5. Both sides. That is going to be where everything sits on top of. So if we take this and come over here, we go right here, we can say the top of this is 43.5. We can put a mark right here on this side, and we can confidently come over here and put a mark right here and say that's 43.5. So we know right here is where we put our rail on this side, and the mark over there, we put the rail on that side. We will know the bed will be level and even to the floor without having to do multiple tape measurements at different heights, because the bed's going to go right over this wheel well. So without having to, do all that figuring and everything, this is the system we're using. I think it's going to work pretty good. We'll double check everything. But
Trust but verify.
Trust but verify. We had to be a little creative with how we're doing this, because the wall, we've got this big gap here. There's nothing to hook anything onto here. So we had to be creative with how we did this. So we were able to put some plus nuts in, and I'll show you how we did the plus nuts later. It was kind of a challenge. Our tool didn't work correctly. So we've got plus nuts in here on the end. So this is going to be solid. We've got plus nuts here for the leg. We have to make a leg to support this end of the bed. So there's 2 plus nuts. We're using the factory tie-down nut right here, so we put a plus nut in here. And then we did the same thing on the other side. We've got 2 plus nuts here for the leg. One here, one is the factory tie-down. And then another plus nut right over here to attach the side rail to. So we
also put a piece of Reflectix here.
Right, thank you. Yep.
For a
thermal break.
Thermal break?
Thermal break, yep. Reflectix there and here, just so it doesn't transfer the cold as easily. So we wanted to do this. We were going to get the camera up, and we're like, this is a learning curve for everything. So let's just get this done. We'll figure it out. Now we can show you how we did it, now that we kind of know how we did it. We didn't make too many mistakes, actually. I mean, I know it's good to video your mistakes, because that's how everybody learns, but we didn't make too many mistakes. It was just the thinking it through process. The one mistake we made was our leg was a little too high. So everything worked as planned. So there was nothing that was like, oh, we shouldn't have done it that way. I think this will be great.
Of course, you can't put a level on this and go, oh, I wonder if it's level.
Right.
No, it doesn't really matter.
Doesn't matter. So yeah, this is how we made sure we were the same height. We used our
same tool,
our Humble Road tool here, and we raised it up so that we're flat on the floor, and it's not quite touching. Well, there it is. It touches the back edge of that.
Hits the back
edge
of this.
It gets the back edge. So we put it on this end, and then did the same thing on this end. So this is how we know. This is how we know we are the same height off the floor. We're level to the van floor. So that's all we can do. Not that we'll be sleeping on level spots all the time anyway. So, having a perfectly level bed really probably doesn't matter. Now we're going to cut this other piece of unistrut so we can get the other leg put in, and we'll show you that process as we go. Like I said, we were just kind of working out some kinks over here, and nothing was wrong with the way we were doing it. It was just the whole figuring it out. It would have been a long, drawn-out process, kind of like this segment of the video is getting to be. Trying to figure it out. So we'll show you on this side what we're doing. So we modified our unistrut, made a larger channel here to accommodate the bottom nut in our wall, or the bottom bolt in our wall. So we're going to go ahead and put this back in place right here. And we're going to put the other bolt. Is that right? Let's see. We still have to cut a little off, don't we? We're still going to be just a little bit high. That's as far down as we can go. Right there. Yep, we're going to be just a little high.
Just a hair, so we might as well just give ourselves some playroom.
Yep. All right, we're going to let Sherry cut that, and then we'll...
Before you
No, you can pick up. It just slips on.
Right.
Yep.
Right.
Cutting. And through the magic of television and editing, we're back.
Ah.
Sherry cut a perfectly straight line. So let's go ahead and put
about
that on there.
That's good enough.
Well, that's good. Go ahead and rest that on there. Now go ahead and put our little measuring tool here. Let's see where we're at. We should be a little bit below. That's perfect. That's just whoop, that's just a hair below. You good?
Yeah, I was just gonna try to do it for.
Yeah, it's hard to. That's just a hair below, which is perfect.
That'll work.
Yep, I love it. Okay, so now we can bolt this into our plus nut holes here. So we're using a bolt and a washer. The washer holds against the unistrut. The holes in the unistrut are a little big for the head of the bolt, so get that in. Let's see here. We're going to get this all fit together and then make sure it's where we need it and exactly how we want it. Then we'll take each individual bolt out and put some Loctite on it. I think that'd be the best. I don't want to like Loctite them in and then find out we got to move something. So
yep,
we'll put the puzzle together and then we'll do the Loctite. So I'm going to tighten these down so it doesn't shift on us as we play with it. It just raised up a bit, but that's okay. Let's tighten these down. Make sure it doesn't shift. Okay. Now we're going to get the 60-inch side-to-side rail and get that in place. We should mention that this stuff is real easy to cut. We're just using a recip saw with a metal blade on it. We were using an angle grinder to cut the big bits before. The angle grinder does work faster, especially on this larger channel stuff, but the recip saw works just great. It cuts through nice and easy, so you don't need any special tools or anything like that. Yeah, let's see how this works now. I'll put this end here with the washer, get through the reflectix. It's warm.
It's warm, I know. I just realized I'm sweating.
After we cut everything too with like the recip saw, we file the edges down so just to get away any like really sharp burrs. The ends are still sharp though, so you have to be careful. Thread this in here. We'll have a little play till I tighten it with the wrench. But all right, I need a spring nut now, which is in the other room. I'll be right back.
Really?
Bailey says hi. So again, working with these spring nuts, we really like these. These spring nuts fit into the larger channels, strut real easy. They do not fit with the spring on them into the smaller channel. So all you gotta do is cut it off. Let's see, let me just get a starting point here to cut this off with. Just right here. Just cut it off right at the end. Like that.
Without poking your finger?
Without poking your finger. And then when you cut enough of them off, you have curly cues for robot hair. So if you ever wanted to make like a metal robot, you could do that with the curly cues. Sherry came up with that.
Sure, blame it on me.
Wait a minute. Time out. I need another bolt. Hold on. I forgot a part. This is our life. Okay, put this in here. Right there. Okay, raise that up. I need to get my fingers in here now. Right there, and get this started. Started. That looks like it might have turned. It's okay if it turns, it has to. The nut, you mean? Okay, we will need to be. No, don't put it down just yet. Okay. Up there?
I think so. We're okay on the end?
Yeah, I think so. We're pretty good.
Well, I didn't strip out the head unless we're gonna need that.
Okay, it's a little high, so I can drop it down. Yeah, I can drop that down a little bit. And that one is good. That one's good? That one's really good. Okay, let me drop this one down a bit. And we can get good. I can come up a little bit more on that.
Just a little.
Yep.
Just a smidgen.
Okay, so we know we're good. Let me take you off of here real quick. Show you around. So this will be the bed frame, either side here. We're going to have the unistrut rails that are going to go side to side on here. There will be at least 4 of them. There might be 5. We'll see how sturdy they are. And the bed platform will sit on that. So the plywood will sit on top of those rails. We're not tightened down yet, but we're going to be solid and sturdy. No issues there. We're secured to the van body at either end here with the bolts and the plus nuts. And we're secured at the other end, the front end, with the legs. The legs are plus nutted and bolted into the van body in 2 places. And then we have this here, up here. So this is already really strong, and as soon as we get some cross pieces on.
I was gonna show, but this actually isn't long enough.
Yeah, it's a little short, but anyway, that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna bolt unistrut to here this way. At the very edge, again at the very end, and then spaced evenly in the middle. We might put a 5th one, say, a foot or so in from the edge, because this edge of the bed will take a lot of, this is where we climb in and out, we'll sit, all of that. So we want extra support on this, but
there'll also be framing around here too.
Yeah, the finished work will take place at some point too, so it'll all be finished off nice. Now that we know this all fits and works, we'll measure out where we want to drill our holes to mount our unistrut side rails and mark those, and we'll take these rails off and take them outside and drill them out so they're all ready, all set to put the rails on. Then we will take off just 1 bolt at a time and put the Loctite on it, and then we're done with this project for the day. Exciting day here in Van Build Land. We have our bed framework in place. It's secure, it's solid, it's not going anywhere. This thing is going to be a beast. We're going to be able to sit up on here. The dog can get on here. This is going to be fantastic. We've doubled up the front rails for just added support. There's going to be a lot of weight going on here, sitting and whatnot. Did the same on the back rails. There's probably going to be a lot of opportunity for us to just sit back there and look at sunsets or sunrises or whatever, right?
Yeah. Just like in the Instagram, right?
Yeah, your Instagram van life. So we've beefed up the back, and then these 2 here, this is where we changed our minds on how we're going to build this. We're going to put a full sheet sideways so the weight is supported evenly on each end, and then that way the middle won't have a seam in it that could have a tendency to kind of be a little spongy. So these 2 here represent where our 2 pieces of plywood are going to meet. One is going to come from the back to somewhere about here, right in the middle of the 2. That way, if we ever needed to work on anything in the garage, we can move the large one completely out of the way. We've ditched the idea of using the piano hinges. We're just going to have 2 separate, independent pieces supported across the whole length of the bed. Back one is the larger one, and then the front one will go from wherever this one ends to about a ½ inch over the front edge here to allow us to build our wall kind of up to the underside of it. So there's the frame. We have the back piece cut almost to perfect size. We're going to be going out here now and cutting out so we can get the notches put in the back end. So this will be the factory edge that stays clean where the other factory edge will meet for the front. This is the back. We got to rip about 8 inches off the back end of this, and then we have to notch out here so it fits right around the framing of the van. So I'm about ready to cut this off and fit it in and make some notches. We made a template out of cardboard, and we drew the corners that we need to notch here, both sides. And then, yeah, we're gonna pull this out. We're gonna jigsaw those corners out, bring it back in and fit it, and hopefully it fits like a glove. What do you think? See what we do.
Yeah, they're not just straight corners. They're angled, of course. We're in a van.
Yeah, everything's got an angle to it, so we couldn't just cut a straight square notch out of that corner. We had to make a little angle to it, so.
It's all good.
We'll see how it fits.
Let's do it.
There's our cut corners. With any luck, that'll fit perfectly.
Yeah, see, it's not a straight line.
It isn't, no.
So Chris took a pencil inside of a washer to get to scribe it.
Yep, yeah, and I did use a template. I made a cardboard template, so I did that, and then I cut this, or drew it out here, and it looked good. So we'll see how it looks when it gets actually in place. First board of our bed platform is in place, and let's show you here the sides. This is gonna be a little hard to see, it's pretty sunny, but let me get this side here maybe. So this is the notch that we were talking about. This wall comes kind of straight up here, and then it goes at an angle right here. So we had to notch that out, leave a little breathing room here. We are flush on this end with the unistrut. And then this end over here, this is where we have the double pieces of unistrut. So this is the factory edge here. The second piece will just come and meet right up to here and have its own strut to lean on. This is what it looks like from underneath. Just kind of get a little perspective underneath here. So double unistrut on the back edge to help support more weight. Extra support here, and then we've got double over here. Right here, this one is supporting this board. This one has nothing on it. It will support the front board. And then we have two at the front to support the weight on the front edge. Wow, I'm thrilled with how that came out. That's awesome. And here, Sherry, hold this. I'm sitting on top of 2.5 to 3 inches of
at least 3 inches
of other plywood here. So when that goes away, there's headroom under here. We've got a nice, tall, spacious garage. It's going to be great to be able to sit under here and, you know, tinker and work on things we need to, have extra space for storage. This is fantastic. We're very, very, very happy with this. We're going to get the second piece cut in here and figure out how to bolt the boards on so they don't jump around and move.
Yeah, everything will be attached. There's nothing that's going to flap around.
Correct, correct.
Or
each board, like this section here, we're going to carriage bolt it down in several places at the corners, and then one in the middle, and probably just corners, one in the middle. There it is. There's the bed platform in place. Pretty darn nice. We left a ½ inch lip here on this end so that when we do some kind of finished wall here, we can butt up against here with some material. That's great. We're going to cut our holes here for ventilation, for airflow. Then Sherry's going to sand everything down. We're going to put a coat of some kind of a polyurethane or something on it just to seal it, both sides. And then we'll be ready to install it permanently. Looking good. board. It's birch plywood, so it doesn't need a lot of attention for the surface. But we're going to sand both sides and put some kind of varnish or something on it just to seal the board before we actually put it in place. The bed is going to have that as the base. Then there's going to be another, it's about a 3/4 inch thick mat that allows airflow. Oh, we got to drill out holes. We're going to route out some channels in that, some airflow holes in that as well. I should stop Sherry, tell her not to continue sanding. We got to do that. But there's going to be that for a base, a 3/4 inch airflow mat, and then the bed on top of it. And the bed we're going to get, we've ordered it actually, it's on its way. It's from My Pillow. They make a bed topper. It's like a 3-inch topper. We're going to give that a shot, see if that works for us. We've got to trim it a little bit. It's going to be a little too long, I think, for where we are, and we probably have to notch out around the back support members too. So let me go stop Sherry and tell her to quit sanding because I need to drill some holes in that. What are you doing, Chris? Making a cornhole? I'm making a cornhole game, the ultimate cornhole game. Tiny little bean bags, multiple holes. You got to call your hole, and you know, like the last shot pool, right? No, I sleep very, very, very warm. I'm a very hot sleeper. So we're maximizing ventilation for me. Yeah, making ventilation holes. That's exactly what this is. We decided to come and spend the night at Leslie and Larry's house tonight. They're at their lake place, and they said, oh, if we wanted to just have a more comfortable place to sleep, get out of the heat, whatever, we could come and hang out at their house. And we thought that would be a perfect opportunity for us to stain the boards, the bed platform boards. They've got a nice big garage. This is where we were when we did the flooring. We cut the vinyl for the flooring. So Sherry's got one side completed on the boards for the bed platform, and she's just now starting to stain the second side. Let me go show you. It's a beautiful color. It's espresso. It's nice and dark. I'm using a gel stain, which we've never worked with before, and she really likes it. You really like it?
I do.
It's just no...
Put it on them.
Yeah, just slop it on and then wipe
it off.
It's a great, great color.
Espresso.
Yeah. What's the brand of that? Hillman's or?
Old Masters.
Old Masters. Old Masters gel stain espresso. So she's just brushing it on, not being gentle or careful for anything. And when she's done, she takes a rag and kind of gives it a wipe. Gets it cleaned off a little bit.
Go with the grade.
Yep. Yeah, it's turning out really good. So we'll show you the finished product when she's done. Make sure there's no drips. So we've got, this is the board that's on the smaller section. And then this over here is going to be the larger section. So yeah, as soon as she's done doing this, we'll just let it dry overnight. We've got some polyurethane to put on it tomorrow morning. We're hoping we can do just one coat. We might do two. We'll just have to see how that works out time-wise. We don't want to rush it, but then again, you know, we don't want to spend all day waiting for coats of something to dry. So the staining is done. These look amazing. Oh, these are great. You know, I know you're never going to see them, but man, anytime we move the bed around or change the bed or anything, this is awesome. Really, really, really happy with how these turned out. Sherry, you did a great job.
Thank you.
That's awesome. We did some quick temporary things to the van today. We ordered some screens so that we could close in for bugs, you know, the side door and the back door. That way we can still leave our doors open. So here's our screens. Magnetic center here. We were able to attach them the side door one here. Again, it's just kind of a temporary measure until we get our final layout done. So the front one and the back one, you can see the middle part right there. This is our bed platform. We've got it stained and sealed. So with the screens in place and the bed platform in place, although we're not going to sleep on the platform tonight, we want to make sure that's good and dry. We just put the last coat on this morning. We're going to sleep in the van tonight. Woohoo! We are sleeping in the van tonight. First night in our new home.
It's like a big tent in here.
I have a very expensive big tent. Very expensive big tent. So we're going to spend the night in the van. We're pretty excited. Bailey's relaxed and settled in right here. Are you relaxed, Bea? I think so. Oh yeah, first night in the van. We're very excited. We're bug proof. We're comfortable on the floor and our sleeping pads and our quilts. I think tomorrow we're going to go up to Leslie and Larry's lake place sometime in the afternoon and hang out there for a day or so. Yeah,
That's the plan.
yeah, that's the plan. Maybe we'll sleep on the bed platform while we're there. I don't know, but we're going to be sleeping in the van from this point forward. Either on the floor or up top. The mattress is coming this week. Mm-hmm. And then the little 3/4 inch airflow mat is coming also within the next 10 days, I think.
Yeah, I'm not sure. We don't have a...
So, but anyway,
track it.
first night in the van.
Woohoo!
Very, very excited for that.
Nice.
We got our mattress the other day for the van. We'll show you that in a little bit. But today, we got our airflow mat. This goes under the mattress. This is cooler than I expected. Can we pull it out? Oh, you got it. Oh, shit.
We're not.
Hold on. Go ahead and pull it out. Let's see. That's really neat.
Wow.
Yeah. So this it's about 3/4 of an inch thick, and it's kind of stiff. And what this does is it allows airflow between the bottom of the mattress and the bed platform. So this will really assist in keeping the bed, the mattress, cool and clean and comfortable, and because
we're sleeping on a foam.
Right. The mattress isn't a standard mattress. The mattress is basically a foam. It's a topper, is what it is. We got it from My Pillow company, and it's just a 3-inch topper, so it's not really a mattress. So we need something that will help with airflow between the topper and the bed platform. We drilled the holes in the platform, so that helps, but this is going to really assist in keeping airflow. This is cool. Yeah, this is neat stuff. It's hard. Is it plastic?
Yeah.
I wonder what that is.
It feels like it's like a plastic.
That's neat. It's rigid. It's solid.
So I assume you sleep on this.
This
is down and this is up, obviously.
Assume.
'Cause
I
otherwise that
assume.
would- yeah.
Oh, I don't know though. Yeah, we'll have to look into it. I'm not sure which side you sleep on now. If you put the bumpy side up or the...
I think the bumpy side up.
Okay. Anyway, that's neat. So this completes our sleep system, other than the sheets that we've ordered that are on their way. This is our airflow mat in place. We cut it in half, so it came in widths of about, I don't know.
39 inches.
Yeah, about 39 inches-ish wide. And it was 120 inches long, so in half, that gives us our 6-foot bed. We had to trim a little off one end, but...
Carve around the edges.
Right, Sherry had to carve around the corners there because we have the corners of the van. So you just kind of piece them together like this, and then you just tape them in the back.
It's like sleeping on ramen noodles.
It is like ramen noodles. That's pretty funny. We're gonna put... Yeah, Sherry actually kind of cut her arm up a little bit. The edges are sharp. once you cut them, they're even not cut, just factory. They're a little sharp. This is our My Pillow topper, mattress topper. We're going to put this back on. We're hoping to keep the sheet on it, which I might have just goofed up. But these are temporary sheets until we get our sheets. We're just utilizing what's at our disposal so we can actually sleep in here. So we're going to go ahead and put that mattress topper back on and see how this works. Yeah, it's slippery. So
see how it goes. We might have to put some silicone on the bottom. And
yeah, if we sleep on a little incline or something, we could just like slide off the whole platform at night. I don't know. So yeah, let's get the mattress topper back on and see what happens. Alright, well there's the bed in place. This is the My Pillow mattress topper. It's about 3 inches. And you can see underneath the layer of airflow mat. I really like that. That looks really cool. I think we're going to cut the edges back just a little bit because it's going to overhang slightly, and they are sharp, so we don't want to whack ourselves.
There's no reason for it to overhang.
No, there's not.
If anything, it should be a little inset, I think.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So
we'll just leave it for now.
Yeah, we'll leave it for now. Make the bed and lay on it and see if we can tell a difference. And I noticed our original mark, we originally estimated the top of the bed to be right there. That was our original estimate, and we are dang close to what we originally thought when there was nothing in here and we weren't even thinking of how we were going to do anything. That was our original mark right there to get for the bed top. So we did well with planning. Yeah, there's another one back here.
Come up,
so
3 more inches. We got tons of room up here.
We do have a lot of headroom. So okay, let's make the bed.
Call that good for now.
Yeah, it's pretty good.